Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, back to Boss Beginnings. I haven't been here in a while. I know I've been out, I've been doing some stuff, but I'm back. And if you read the title, you know why I'm here today. I'm here because I saw online where this lady disputed her birthday. It was her birthday party and she disputed the charges. So what happened is there was a lady who reached out to a party planner and asked if she could do a brunch for her, right? And the lady basically, booked her, said it'd be $650. The lady came that day. It's a couple of misunderstandings. She sets up. The lady lets her know, I like it, but it's not really worth what you charge, right? So, after the party, the party planner feels like she did a really good job, that she went out of her way for this customer, this client, and bam, she goes and check her account and she sees that of the $650 charge, I know I have 600, but my 5 key doesn't work right now. The lady disputed $450, okay? $450 of the $650 of the party, okay? And so we're gonna look at those pictures. We're gonna read the messages. We're gonna look at it from the client's perspective. We're gonna look at it from the party planner's perspective. We're gonna see what went wrong and what they could have did better. And we're going to see how we can keep you from this happening to you in the future. So if you're ready, and if you're not a part of Boss Beginners, go ahead and like this video, please. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're not already a Cricut member. And let's get ready to talk about this party plan. Let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. There we go. Come on. All right, I'm gonna use this one. Put me down here at the bottom. All right, guys. So let me show you Whitney's post. So this is Whitney's post. So Whitney says, "I'm livid. I charged this client $650 for this setup that wasn't paid on time. For one, a day before the actual setup, I found out that there were no tables and chairs, so I provided them at no extra cost. I even went as far as buying these really nice chairs, which was $6. When I could have just used folding chairs, okay, and slapped some chair covers on it. Not saying they don't look good, y'all. Not to mention, I had to set up outside in the heat. Also, a week later, they decided to dispute $450 of a $650 that was paid. Trifling, y'all. So you telling me this setup was only worth $200? Get the F out of here, okay? This client should have actually paid way more. This is really giving me poor vibes. So this is the picture, right? So when I saw this, I was like, this is so beautiful. I can't believe this girl disputed, that, we gotta protect ourselves as party planners. And you know what I learned is you gotta charge what you're worth, right? It's always when you go beyond and above for people, you get, I promise it'll never work out. It's the people that always come back and they complain and, they never satisfied about something. So, you really, really do have to be careful about that, right? So this was hers. Well, went to the comments as we always do. So let's go to the comments. And I was just reading the comments and seeing what people were saying. Yeah, my computer kind of slow. You don't want me to be great. But yeah, I was reading the comments. I guess these are the people that comment. Now I don't want to click on it. Okay. Well, I was reading the comments, and in the comments, somebody commented. It was like, well, have you seen the pictures that the client posted? Right? So here we go. She said, I'm a decorator. I'm telling you, PayPal rules in your will rule in your favor. As long as you showed up and did the job, they will return the money. You are too good to, at what you do to be accepting $650 for a setup. I agree too. Please start charging more. Definitely, because people, this is absolutely beautiful. Let's see if she got some response on there. It's under one of these responses, the lady's like, yeah. Definitely can't be nice. Should be more. Basically, I was reading through here and somebody was like, oh, here we go. The tablecloths were velvet. The napkins were all fabric, not paper. The plates looked like glass, but they might have been paper. And the balloon arch did go halfway up. The planner did more than she should have, offering tables and chairs free of charge. Then she also used better material like glassware and liner that aren't in the quotes. Okay. That brings up a good question. Like, just because you upgrade a party, you know. So this is the picture that she said, the unfinished arch with no backdrops. So then this is what I see. It's like, this is what it looked like the day of the party. Now, it still look cute to me. But this is what the customer posted. And she's like, well, this is what we got. We got one table and this halfway arch with no backdrop or whatever. And this is not worth $650. I said that's a lot. This is worth $650. Now you can argue the fact that she didn't deliver everything that she said she would deliver for the price she said she would deliver it for. But to me, this still is good. You know, it's cute to me. All right, so let's look at the other lady's Facebook page. All right. So this is the other girl's Facebook page. And I'm trying to just, there we go. There we go. All right. Now, hers, so she said she didn't feel like it was worth it, okay? So we're going to go back and we're going to read her messages. And we're going to see, you know, how this all kicked out. How y'all feeling? What do y'all think about it so far? Do you feel like it was worth both pictures? Do you think it was worth the $650? Or do you think she overcharged her? I think it was worth the $650. I think she did a good job. So let's start from the beginning of these messages. Okay, let's go way back when. So this is the girl who party it was, and this she basically posted text messages these on Messenger. So the messages they sent to each other. Oh, here we go. So this is how it started off. She said, I guess she said, I want a brunch from 12 to 4. She said, yes, ma'am, I'm currently available. Okay, how much? She said, how many people are you setting up for? Anything specific that you're wanting? Do you have a budget you're going with? And she says, about 15 to 20 people. And my budget is about $500 to $600. And you see this face she's making, well, she already knows for the number of people that she wants at that price range, she already know she is low in the budget. She probably had already called around before she called this girl and couldn't afford anybody else. Okay. She said, my colors are different shades of brown and gold accents. Sorry for texting so late. I was doing hair. She says, do you have any ideas of how you want it? Anything specific? So this is the picture she sent. You can't really see it on this one. Maybe you can see it on the next one. But it looks more like a picnic setup. Okay. So this is what it looks like. That's real pretty. I would like that for my birthday too. Okay. But this is the picnic setup. And she said, but of course with chairs and tables. Now, to me, like I said before, I feel like right here is the time you stop and you have a conversation. If you're not providing the chairs for this, that's when you say, okay, do you have the chairs and tables already? Number one, you rent chairs and tables. So like, why wouldn't you try to upsell her? I don't get that. But she's just, said balloons also. She said yes. And then I guess she just sent more pictures of what she wanted. She definitely had, a beer budget with a champagne taste. She said, I want the half circle balloon arch. You know how expensive balloon arches are, but whatever. And a circle backdrop with a happy birthday, Terica, and a boho-ish decor. All right. She said, I can do it for $650. Now, this is this lady's fault. I would have said nope. But I could do it for $650, which will include the setup and the breakdown. And in this heat, shoot. The setup will include a table setup for 20 guests, disposable plates, napkins, utensils, chargers, plates, table decor, tablecloth, and glasses. Will also include a half balloon arch, a circle background with a happy birthday. Now let's go look at that picture. So she did get the circle background. It doesn't say happy birthday, so she didn't get the backdrop. I mean, she got the balloon arch. I mean, it could have been better, but she got the balloon arch. Okay, she did get the balloon arch. Now she did ask for 20 people here. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it looks like she only has 14 chairs, but I think that has to do more so with the fact that she didn't think she was providing the chairs. And so maybe she only had 14 chairs, and that's why she couldn't do the 20 setup, because she told her last minute, that she wouldn't have the chairs. Okay. So yeah. And so she said, okay, that's great. How do I pay? She said the 150. All right, let's go here. She said, okay, I'll do invoice, She sent it. She said, hey, can we change it to 2 to 6? Okay. She turned 22. And she even did her menu for her. All right, look at this. Look at this. Ain't that cute? She even did a little menu for her. The girl said she loves it. She showed her the space, and she still said 15 to 20, but like I said, maybe it was the chair problem. And she said, hey, when will you be paying your balance? Red flag, red flag. She said, hi, let me know if you're still going to have your event. I reached out about the balance, but I haven't received it. She said, hey, yes, I'm going to ask you if I could pay in increments. I don't know how she's going to pay in increments at the party in a week. How much can you pay now? She said, I'm unable to accept remainder balance on Friday because it's too close to the party. She said, okay, I can pay $250 today. She said, okay. Like I said, that's red flag, red flag. And she said, just use the same invoice. And this is when she asked her right before the party. This is when she asked her, hey, how many tables and chairs do you have? Now, if you know you're doing a setup for 20, like me, okay, so let's assume I know that I'm doing this setup for 20 people or whatever. Why would I ask you how many chairs do you have when I already have confirmed that we're doing a setup? So this makes me think, I don't know. Or maybe she thought about it. Maybe I wonder if she thinks I'm providing the chairs. I don't know. I don't know. It makes me kind of think, she was trying to bag out of providing them, or she couldn't get all the chairs that she needed for the party. That's where my mind goes, because I'm like, it's a weird question to me. None. I didn't know that I had to provide that. She said, yes, ma'am, chairs aren't included. Let me see if I can find some. What time does your brunch start? And she said 2 to 6. I thought everything was included. And she said, I can use our gold chairs. I just needed to find someone to move them. Gotcha. She said she can use her brother pickup truck. And she ended up saying her brother said no later. And so she said she'll get her cousin truck. That's all this is about right here. And so she said, I'm done. What time you want me to come back? She said 6:30. So here is when it starts to get where she's like, She said, hey, I'm missing the backdrop. And honestly, I don't feel like this is worth $650. So the girl's like, look. No, I'm just playing. But she said, backdrop, there wasn't a backdrop included. This is another reason I don't like doing business through because I like to talk to people. I like to make sure we're on the same page, because sometimes your words mean one thing and my words mean something different. Like I do tumbling, and parents are always saying, is my kid gonna be able to flip? And I was like, I don't know what you mean when you say flip. Like, are they gonna be able to do a forward roll, or are they gonna do a cartwheel? Like, what do you mean when you say flip? And so this is just another situation of either they were speaking two different languages, and when she said backdrop, she meant that gold thing, which is not really a backdrop. It's more so of just a hoop, a gold hoop with the arch, the balloon arch. But I don't know. Maybe it's called backdrop somewhere. And so they were speaking two different languages, and table setup doesn't include chairs, but the client thought it didn't, but the party planner doesn't, because she knows that her table setups don't include chairs. You have to be very specific with people, because they're not in the industry. They're the client. So you have to make sure they understand what they're getting to try to avoid this type of thing. Even though I think even if she would have loved it, I think she still would have disputed it, because honestly, I don't think she had the money. So I think she was looking for a reason to ask for her money back. She said, honestly, I didn't profit from the setup. You did pay enough. You didn't pay enough, I guess. Table and chairs were not included. And I said, now she had snatched the table away. She's doing a table set up without the table. But you said you didn't have any when I asked how many. you had available, so I provided them as a courtesy. Instead of folding chairs, I provided these nice chairs, okay? I don't know how to say words, so I keep skipping it. And that I had to pay to get delivered. I set it up according to the pic that you sent, and we discussed. Okay. She said, I missed the circle. Hold on. I missed the circle backdrop. Oh, so like I said, she's calling that circle a backdrop. They're just speaking two different languages. But it doesn't say happy birthday. And she said that alone rents for $250. So I don't understand why you did this party for $650. I'm just being honest. It just seems like it's so low. It was maybe she really needs the money. Here's a breakdown. I actually made nothing. That doesn't include labor. Maybe she just wanted the pictures. I'm headed that way. So she's like, B, try that with somebody else, because right now I'm here to get my stuff and you've already had your party. Let me see what she told her she didn't like. Because she said she told her before the party started. Let's see what time it was when she said, God, dog. Okay, I guess we ain't going to get that. Cause, oh, here it is. Let's see. Does it show what time? Oh, it doesn't show what time. It couldn't have. It had to be. It had to be like right after they had already finished, because then she said, "I'm on my way." So now it shows the time. I'm gonna go back one more. She can catch time. Oh Lord. Okay. Oh no, she sent it earlier. She sent it at 3:25. So she did let her know before she had it. The girl was just like, miss me with it. It's 100 degrees outside, and now you're trying to renege. Can you turn it off, please? And so she said, I'm headed that way to get my stuff. And then here's the breakdown of everything. She said the tablecloth was 30, the circle backdrop, she dropped it down to 100. Charger plates, $3 a piece, and she gave them 14. That's 42. Garland balloon, $150. Glasses, $2. Placemats, $28. Okay, you see all this delivery, $30. Ooh, that's a low delivery. Maybe she close to it. That's a low delivery. So total is $669.50. So, you know, when we look at this, I think it looks nice. I think it's worth $650. Like I said, the chairs alone are expensive. I guess I know because I priced them, because I just started renting out chairs and stuff, so I know how much they cost to buy individually. So if she would have went and put all the stuff in the shopping cart, or even if she would have went to go rent this from somebody else, when she said $8 a chair, I mean, she broke it down for you. Even if she would just rent this and set it up herself, she would have been over budget. She'd been way over her budget. I don't know why the girl went so low to $650. And she, the only thing I see is the backdrop in this balloon arch. I think that could have been better. But other than that, she gave the girl what she asked for. And she went above beyond. Now, could she have communicated clearer? Of course. I feel like she should have definitely set guidelines. She should have said, hey, this setup includes, and she did, but I think she should have made it clear, you know, how many tables. So you do have a table and the 20 chairs. You are going to have that set up when I get there. That's something I would have said. Are you going to have the table and chairs already up by the time I get there? Or do I need to, put them there? What type of chairs are you going to have? Because, I'm bringing the tablecloth. You would have thought, you need table cloth covers. You would think these are things that she would have said so that the client could have known that the chairs weren't included. Now she said the table wasn't included either. But I don't know. I think it is worth $650. I mean, even with this picture, and I know this is supposed to be the less flattering picture, even with this picture, I still think it's worth $650. And I think that at the end of the day, if I was unhappy with my service, the type of person I am, I just wouldn't use her again, because she did what I asked her to do. She set up the party, and I wouldn't go after somebody came and sweat. Now, if she would have came with some folding chairs, I mean, yeah, maybe then. But then I guess you got to go to small claims court. But this, I'd been okay with. Okay, I would have definitely been okay with it. I'd have been irritated if I didn't like it, but I would have been okay with it, and I would have made the best out of it and it'd been over with. Ways, tell me what you guys think. Would you have been okay with this? Do you feel like it's overcharged? It's not really. I feel like the argument isn't really, is it too much, because she agreed to it. She agreed to one table. She agreed to the balloon arch at $650, right? So I guess that's not really the question, because if you agree to pay for something, it doesn't matter whether I feel like it's overcharged or not. The question is, did she deliver what she said she was going to deliver? Well, I will say she doesn't have 20 setups, but I don't know if that's because she asked for the chairs late. And she didn't have a backdrop that said "Happy Birthday" with the girl's name on it. So those are two things that she didn't deliver on. But was that enough to say I want $450 back? Definitely not. Maybe if the girl would have disputed $100, $150, I could see that. You know, you didn't get your backdrop, you didn't get your extra 6 chairs. I could see that. But $450, no, absolutely not. That's too much. So now I'm going to discuss with you ways that you can keep this from happening to you if you have a business. So number one is a contract, right? You need to have a contract, and you need to have in there your rules about refunds or however you're going to handle it. Once services are rendered, it's non-refundable. Through disputes, through chargebacks, you are responsible for the balance, okay? You can say something like that. Also, have them sign it. I always would take pictures showing that you did the event, so they can't say you didn't do it, because you're actually going there to do a service. So it's not like you having stuff delivered where you can have them sign for it and the tracking number and all that. So since you're going to do the service, make sure you get pictures of it. Make sure you show that you did it. I would even get a picture with her in it. Or if she's there, have her sign it that you set up. So if she tries to go and dispute it, you submit this to the bank. They're gonna say, well, no, I have here signed that she did the services. Number two, try to get a merchant's account. Don't do everything under your personal account, because they take you more seriously with these disputes if you have a merchant's account. Another thing you can do to protect yourself, they actually have dispute insurance where they will evaluate each customer that you're about to service and let you know what their score is as far as services is a little different than like smelling something to somebody, because they could actually like look up a record to see, do they often do this and stuff like that. But basically they give each person like a rating, and they will cover, these charges, especially if you have all your things in a row, if this person comes back and dispute it, okay? So that's another way you can look for the insurance. If you have Shopify, I know they offered on Shopify, but more so with, I guess you could just do it as like a local pickup. But they do have the insurance on there that you can get that will cover you in this type of situations. And I guess my last thing is the same thing I've been saying through all this is communication. Like, just be upfront and honest. Like, don't try to slide nothing in there that you forgot, because remember, you are your customer service. So there's not going to be somebody you could pat, when you work for a customer service, you could say, okay, my manager said do this. I'm just following rules, Like, you don't have anybody to like blame, basically, to pass the buck off. You are the person in charge. So it's so much better just go ahead and let them know up front what your terms and conditions are and how you run your business. Example I would give is like with my TP parties, because you think you're gonna have 20 girls at your TP party, and I always tell my people, all the people you invited are not gonna show up. They don't listen to me. You think you're gonna have 20 girls, so you book 20 TPs. I go and you like, oh, the day before such canceled, such not coming. Or I get there and 20 TPs won't fit in a space that you booked it in. That's not my fault. I still stayed up there and, set up for 20 TPs. I got 20 of everything, You paying for these 20 TPs. So I don't do that as a shock factor when I get there. I let people know up front. Whatever number you confirm the week of the party is the number that I have to charge you for, because I'm setting up for this number of people. And whether it's fair or unfair, however you think it in your mind, I'm not refunding your money. So these are things that you have to put in your terms and conditions. You have to make sure they sign it, make sure they understand it, and that way, when they try to go back and they try to dispute it, you have it. Okay. But yeah, I just want to quick go over this, and I want to know what you guys thought. If you thought that she deserved, the money, let me know in the comments. If you think that maybe, maybe she overdid it with the price. Let me know that too. I think she definitely played herself by undercharging. But I also think that she didn't, when she started realizing, I don't know if this was her first party or what, but when she started realizing how this girl got over on her, I feel like she started to try to take things back because she probably was like, I spent too much on this party. I don't want to do all that for her because she ain't really paid me nothing, once she got into it. Because sometimes when you've never done something, you don't realize how much stuff's going to cost you until you start doing it, right? And maybe she start doing it and she starts seeing how much it's going to cost her. And she's like, nah, I'm going to take my money back. I'm not going to give her this. I'm not going to give her that. Because some of the things she didn't, and to think about it, she did kind of pay it kind of late too. So maybe she couldn't get the backdrop in it. But she should have told, these are all things she should have told her. I'm not going to be able to get the backdrop because, you waited so late to pay me. You didn't do as agreed. Like I said, communication is the key. So just to wrap it up, have your contracts in order, protect yourself, have a merchant account, buy the insurance. It doesn't hurt because it can save you a whole bunch of headache. And, always keep your paperwork. And like I said, enjoy the video. I signed it late. What time was the brunch? I thought it was from 2 to 6. What time? Oh, you're right. It was at 3 something. What time did she notify her? Well, when I went through it, it says that, she responded to her like at 3 something. That's what I went back to see. It was like they would probably already have it. Well, people show up late. But according to her, the brunch, she said from 2 to 6. She changed it from 2 to 6. I don't know if I want me to come back. 6:30. Oh, here it is right here. So at 3:25, she said, "Hey, I'm missing the backdrop, and honestly, I don't feel like it's worth the." So the brunch was supposed to be from 2 to 6. So she was already, well into the brunch, supposedly, if everybody showed up on time. By the time she notified her and said that she wasn't that happy with it. She had already taken her pictures. She had already used her silverware. And then she should have just refused service. And I don't know if they should have got her money back then. But, yeah. Yeah, that's a great point. She notified her late. So, yep, guys, this is a mess. And let's hope it never happens to us. Yeah, she just didn't want to pay. That's how I look at it. She was finding reasons not to pay. And when she couldn't pay up front, I know it's hard to turn down money, but really when people start doing stuff like that, like they're having a hard time getting you the money, a lot of times it's best to just go ahead and cut ties. I mean, she probably had already bought a whole bunch of stuff, but a lot of times it's best to just go ahead and cut ties because those are the people that will come back and will do just this. They'll dispute it. They'll take your services and they'll dispute it. So, yeah. I feel you. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you have not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. And if you're not a part of Boss Beginnings, make sure you're a part of Boss Beginnings. If you see any more videos like this, go ahead, send them to me, send them my way. We can review them and see what everybody thinks. Also, like I said, I'm still going to be doing my crime and I'm doing a mini series where I'm going to do a whole bunch of treat wrappers for mini candies like the gummy bears and the Laffy Taffies and all those. So that's going to be every Thursday at 8 p.m. So I will see you then, guys. Not this Thursday because my baby has an open house, but I will start next week. And I will see you guys then. Until next time, guys, stay crafting.